Season 10, my thoughts, the good and the bad.
Hello everybody, this is going to be my video about Season 10. Yeah, not as happy as I was in Season 9, but far happier than I was after Season 8. Obviously I did my video back in May, I think it was, about Season 8 and how disappointed I was and where I thought the game was going. I then did my video 2 months ago about Season 9, where I was extremely happy. This season has some good points and some bad points, which is kind of frustrating. But you know, let's have the discussion. Now, I want you to look at this screen here and remember the 2 trailers that we saw. The worst thing for me of this season is the Frogman. The Frogman was a key part of all the marketing. It's the key part of that front screen for the game. So when I logged in yesterday and was greeted with that bottom right hand corner there, I was extremely disappointed because that feels predatory. And look, you can see with my purchases, I've bought every one of these special packs. So I've brought the Outlander special pack, I brought the Hazmat Suit special pack. I have no issue in doing it. But that character right there was a massive part of your marketing. So for me to have that there and not in the battle pass kind of makes me feel uneasy for the future. But there he is. I've got him, but it just makes me feel not so good, not gonna lie. And let's go on to the battle pass itself. What are these empty spaces on the non-paid version? Another one, another one, another one, another one. It's just, it is not acceptable to have them empty spaces, and it is showing up on both Reddit and on the chats on Facebook that people are not happy with them empty spaces. All you needed to do was put chemical in there. If you'd put 100 chemical in every single one of them spaces, you would have been getting praised. Instead, you are now getting, howitzers from people over it. So I just don't understand why you've done it. Some people are complaining about the tapes being behind the battle pass. Now, I haven't got all the elves or whatever the bloody are, them little things that squeak at you when you walk past them. I don't have all the vinyls, so I don't really care about collecting them out in the wild. I'm not so bothered about that because actually it's lore. So, and everybody who plays this game will do this battle pass. So it's not like it's being hid. It's not like it's hid behind the paid version. It's behind the free version. So for me, neither here or there. I'll get them all because I'll get to level 50. If they were out in the world, I probably wouldn't have got them all because I just don't care enough to try and find them. Another thing that was kind of a bit of a downer. Shootout. I'm starting to get the hang of the map, mainly because I'm an aggressive player, so chucking a load of players in a small area I can deal with. This honestly feels like the spawning is so bad. It is so bad. I sometimes think that after I kill somebody, I poo a player out, and that then allows that player to spawn behind me and shoot me in the back. It's madness. And I've then spawned in as somebody's run past me and shot him square in the back. It feels like they honestly thought a month ago they would be able to get the encounter out with the start of the battle pass, and then 2 weeks ago kind of realised, oh shit, there's a problem, or it wasn't quite going to work. and then had to do it as a shootout, but had not had time to sort anything, because there's no way people have played on a development level with these spawns and gone, yes, that's okay. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. I think it's because the map is so linear, so just one line, that there's almost no way around it. The players have got to spawn one area and the other, one end or the other. And if there's players there, it's kind of just tough. Otherwise, you'd have a really long, waiting to spawn in time. But it is a hot mess. I enjoy it. Currently, I think I've won 6 games on the spin. So, love it. Great. But it's not just about me. It's not just about me as an aggressive player. It's about other players as well. Because let's be honest, if an aggressive players lose all the other players, then it's like, well, the fucking community's gone. So, yeah, not so good. It kind of felt like it was rushed out as a shootout map because they needed to add something. Now the positives, there's sort of trolls, that was it, and lighters. Look, see, I'm 3 trolls short. God knows how many lighters. Although 1 vinyl, is that 1 vinyl? But I really don't care either way. So to me, I'm glad the tapes are not as a memento like that. Now, see, just love it. I look like some kind of SWAT team stormtrooper. But yes, let's go into the battle pass about what I like. And so I'm talking from, obviously, the paid point of view. I like the military look. That looks great. I like that. The gloves, it's just another add-on. But the weapon skins, most of this bottom line, I really like. Not, but whatever. It's something into the game. But yeah, so sorry. That looks great. And obviously, I purchased it with the crowns that I got from the last season. So actually, this part of it has cost me nothing. And I like with season 9, I like the more military, dark, apocalyptic look than like the fucking green elves of season 8, which just don't start me off. And pink bunny ears really don't start me off. But I like all of these. I do like the way the game is going on how it looks. I like it a lot. I definitely prefer it over what we was getting before. But I mean, this one right here is the White Hand of Saruman. That would be definitely my go-to when I finally get to it. But from a game point of view, I think it's starting to get to the point where we need more than cosmetics. Now, again, 2 seasons of really good cosmetics I'm really happy with. So the game, looking wise, is probably the best it's been at. The only thing that is starting to worry me is that we need shootout in multiple maps. We need elimination in multiple maps to help keep it fresh, because currently elimination feels really stale now, because it's just like, oh, these maps again. I'm enjoying shootout more because I've got a new map. So if we had it on 2 or 3 other maps, it would make it feel better, make us feel more fresh. Encounters is starting to feel very stale. I'm not going to lie, and it is the main part of the game. So I really think in season 11 we need more. We need more things to do in the game. We need another game mode, or we need an improvement to encounters. It will get to the point where I think after the last 2 seasons, so season 9 and season 10, the game, your character is probably as good looking and as how you want it as you can possibly get it right now. So I don't know in season 11 what they could add to improve on the last 2 seasons, and then that really worries me, because it's like really needs something extra in them encounters. I was really hoping when I saw the trailers it looked like it was going to get a new point of interest with a new locking system, and it just feels now that we need more. And in some ways, to be honest, some of that more would be battery. Give us 12 players. Fill it. Yeah, I'm not interested in Valley. Why the hell is that in such a small number of players? Fill it. It's big enough. Fill it. There's so many little things that they could do to make it feel better. and battery, I don't think there should be any map, given the size of all the maps, where you only get 8 players in. I think that it should be 12 across the board. 12 across the board. And then if you want your, let's go and rumble, team deathmatch kind of encounter, you'd always select battery. Battery would be the one you'd go to all the time because it's 12 players in a small map. Why not give it to us? Why is I don't understand what the mental block on. There's not enough, the map's not big enough for 12 players. Yeah, it is. It really, really is. But also, it needs something extra in there as well. It just needs... I don't even know whether it's NPCs. The problem is I'm worried about putting stuff forward that the development team can't do. I don't want to, it's a small development team, so I don't want to be a prick. But it needs more. I mean, how they brought the game along. I mean, anybody who played this game in Season 1 and look at it now, small development team, and the bottom line is, you could have got that in Season 1 and not spent any money on it all the way to Season 10. And the game improvement is colossal. So again, the development team have done a cracking job of that. How the game looks now, they've done a cracking job. The game is very smooth and very easy to handle. The servers as a rule, not always servers as a rule, are fairly solid compared to other games that I play out there. So to me, it just needs something extra, and it needs to come fairly quickly. Now, from an Xbox point of view, I think I'm seeing more new players than I've ever seen. There's a lot of new players that are coming into the game, which is great, and don't spend any money on it. It's probably, for me, the best of the free-to-play games that are not predatory. Now, obviously, as I discussed earlier on in the video, that Frogman shit worries me, because that is going predatory. Oh, we'll advertise all this, then put it behind a paywall, which is not a season pass. I think everybody would have accepted it behind the season pass, but an extra overpayment wall, it makes you feel slightly uncomfortable. But as a rule, across the history of this game, they've not been predatory. So I'll give them a pass on this once for that Frogman. I'll give them a pass. Happens again, it'll be a different conversation. But so for me, it's got a load of new players in. I'm disappointed we still don't have crossplay, because I think that would also help the community. But for everything I see, they are trying to work on it. But it is one of them things. I just think it'll also help the game. But it really just needs an extra something in the encounters, because I know people talk like it's a survival game, which I understand, but actually, is it? You don't have to check your temperature, you don't have to feed yourself, you don't have to be worried about animals. If you take the other human players out of the game, what can kill you? The radiation at the end and fall damage. Well, that's not a survival game. That's not a survival game. So they need to face facts. This game is very much built around the PvP. Not totally, and there'll be players out there who go, oh my god, he says it's not a survival game, he says it's PvP. Well, look at what they get. Look what's here, even on this screen in front of me now. Body armour. Well, is that body armour to protect you from animals? To protect you from falling? No, it's to protect you from bullets. So it's just the game needs something extra in that encounter mode. It really does. I've had ideas. I've put them in other videos before, and other people have had ideas as well. Whether it's NPCs, but again, I don't know whether the development team is big enough. Whether it's a new point of interest, it takes a bit more work than just unlocking it. Or I don't know, but there's plenty of things that have been out there, and I've said enough things myself. But yeah, so when it comes to Season 10, as a rule, I've liked it. As a rule, if I was to balance it all together, I've liked it. Is it as good as Season 9? No, Season 9 was just a massive positive. But then again, Season 9 was a massive positive after Season 8, which was a massive near. So maybe Season 9 was a harder to improve on than what Season 8 was. So we're kind of, the bar's been set high, and they've not quite jumped it in some ways, but then jumped it in others. But yeah, I don't know. It just worries me on a couple of fronts that we've now got a really decent player base. But I just worry that without something new, whether it's encounters with extra things in, encounters where everything's a full lobby, or new shootout and new elimination maps, that where's the game going to go? Because yeah, look how the characters look, and look at the you know the views and everything. The maps are beautiful. Like, where else are they going to go unless they add new things in for players to do? And obviously, I say this as a player who's thousands of hours in this game, so maybe I'm looking at it in the wrong way, and I'm looking at it, I've already done most things in the game, so I'm kind of getting bored. And newer players are like, what the hell are you talking about? This has got so much for me to do. But I just think that encounters are feeling quite stale right now, because it's the same stuff. It's the same stuff again and again and again. And maybe after over 1,000 encounters, that's just a natural way to feel. But I don't want this game to drop off a cliff. And I am starting to worry there'll come a point where the long-term players will go, well, this is now, other than skins, what are we getting that's new? Yeah, and that's been my video regarding Season 10. So as a rule, I do as a rule like it. Would have been better with the encounters map of the dam, but you know, I'd rather it come out late and come out broke. But yeah, so hopefully this is going to well, see, that kind of sums it up right there. The silence. Yeah, right, thanks for watching, see you later. Bye.